Welcome, guys. We've got Dustin here today, and he's going to share a little bit more on his experience with the kinetic method. So, welcome, Dustin.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Absolutely. Before we dive in and go a little bit deeper on your transformation, can you tell everyone a little bit more, about what you do, age, height, weight, that people get like the context of your schedule, your lifestyle, because that will always make a big part, and then we'll go deeper.
Yeah, absolutely. Give a little bit of background on me and then where kind of where I'm at. So former engineer. I live in Fort Worth, Texas. We're in the summer, it's really hot right now. And So I'm 46, have a son who is going to be a teenager next week, and I'm an entrepreneur. So we own apartments. I'm called an apartment syndicator, and yeah, I've been pretty active. My whole life. I've played soccer since I was 4 years old, and then run and lift weights and still play soccer, fortunately. So.
Yeah, you've been, or you still are, maybe now more than ever, very active. And when we started working together and you reached out, you were never like unhealthy or, obese or overweight by, let's say, American standards and really any other standards. And, some guys your stage would say like, well, I can swing it myself. I'm really fit. I don't need a coach. What had you still, decide, hey, I want to get some help with this and take it to the next level?
Yeah, I've just, I've kind of learned, all throughout my life, just, it's the same thing with weightlifting. It's the same thing with even soccer or swimming or running or nutrition, or my business. I've had coaches on that side too. So I don't know. I'm a huge believer in coaching. I try to kind of stay in my swim lane, and then if it's something I want to be good at, then I go try and find whoever, the best person I can find, in that field to help me get from, because time no I can't buy more time. And so for me, it's really important, if I'm trying to get from A to B or whatever, I want to get there as efficiently as possible. I don't want to, I'm 46. I don't want to get injured and things like that. And so that's a concern. And so I want to get there as efficiently as possible. So I'm a huge believer in getting coaches, getting people who've been there, done that, and getting you from A to B as efficiently as possible.
That makes sense. Yeah, I'm also very similar, at least share similar values to you here, where I rather pay someone to put together my desk or check my car rather than, get the screwdriver and start
Mhm.
figuring it out all on my own. So would you say, before the kinetic method, you did some other programs?
Yeah, I've had a nutrition. Actually, I don't think you know all this stuff, but I know some of it. But I've hired nutrition folks before. I've had running coach, strength, different strength coaches and things like that. So I've tried some different things. And I think, some of it, you know, okay results, some of it, not a whole lot, didn't really move the needle, honestly. But those are kind of some of the things I did, prior to Connect Method.
Perfect, because then it's always good to have the contrast. Sometimes when you do just one thing, you don't know where it fits into the big picture. So if you if you compare what you did prior, the people you worked prior, what was different this time?
You know, I I've been to a lot of conferences and been in a lot of programs, and I'm in some masterminds and all that. And so one thing that really stuck out to me just initially was how well organized everything was, just kind of off the bat. That's one thing that even before getting into the training or anything like that, just how well organized things were. That was kind of my first impression. And then kind of getting into it, one thing that I've been impressed with and just in my business side. So I look for this with accountants, with attorneys, and things like that. Is communication and because a lot, I mean, not so much on this side, but like on the attorney side, like there's a lot, plenty of attorneys to choose from. And so if the ones that can communicate are quick and can communicate effectively, those kind of in my mind kind of stick out. And so with you guys and working with Raul, his communication was awesome. If anything, it was lagging on my side. So, but yeah, communication was great, very clear, just kind of expectations and what to do. And for me, I just like to have, here's my plan, and I don't have to think about it, and I just follow the plan. And that for me, because day gets pretty busy and all that, that helps me a lot. It helps me kind of stay organized.
Yeah, we've refined it many times, and I'm never really 100% satisfied with it. I always want like, let's tweak this, let's make this better. But I appreciate the feedback and the insights here. Absolutely. Would you, if you, stick to that, with the process and the communication, how did that help you with your results, and what results did you achieve?
Yeah, I mean the quick quick communication is good because sometimes like if I had a question, for instance, especially kind of at the beginning, with Raul on kind of some of the workout stuff, I'd been in the gym and all, but some of the stuff that you guys I just hadn't had exposure to and all that. And so I only had kind of a limited window to work out. And so I really appreciated him getting back to me quickly so I could, make adjustments. And then so that was, one thing that was, really just kind of helpful for me. And then fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know which one, but this was the first time I ever tracked my calories. And so that was, honestly, that was because I hadn't done it before. And so that took some getting used to. And so just a lot of communication with Raul as far as, what I should, eat and kind of some suggestions and all that. And I wasn't used to eating that much protein. And so initially I was like, how am I going to do this? And so there was, kind of that initial kind of on ramp, that constant communication helped out, quite a bit.
Perfect. Yeah, the high protein can be a little bit challenging in the beginning, but
Hmm.
you've mastered it really well, and the results show for it. Sticking to those, what would you say are a little bit more tangible results? Maybe the weight, the physique, and then some others like energy, performance, mental benefits.
Yeah. I think that honestly, so I kind of I was like, oh, I didn't um the before and after I was like, oh, okay, there was, a noticeable difference and all that. But I guess I wasn't, I was going into this I mean, it was I hadn't joined a program quite like this before, so it was a little bit of, even though I knew some people in there and all that, I was like, I'll try it and just kind of see, how it goes. But yeah, I was just I honestly I've gotten I don't know, I've gotten a lot of compliments. And I'm not a flashy guy at all. Like I drive a very basic car. Like I'm just not a flashy, type of person. But if I even, some people at a lot of people at the gym I go to and some other things wow, what'd you do? Type of thing. And so, for me, it's interesting because I don't feel like, I mean, yes, I followed the plan, but I didn't feel like it was this crazy, like, you know, completely changing lifestyle type of thing. And so, it was just a shift in some things, a shift in just kind of watching, calories and things like that. But I don't know. It was I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It was interesting.
You
So
almost
I don't
made
know.
it sound like it was too easy. So
No.
yeah,
No.
but I
Well,
think it's because you're so advanced compared to like maybe someone else that it wasn't that hard for you when we actually backed down from a little bit of the workouts and everything.
yeah, I will tell you, and I remember messaging you and Raul, I was hungry. So so trying to, kind of that was probably the toughest thing, but I was able to kind of, talking with you guys, navigate that some. And but yeah, I don't know, but I was really surprised at just because I thought I was in pretty good shape and all that, and I thought, physique looked pretty good. But the before and after, though, picture was pretty, I don't know, fairly dramatic. And so I was a little, honestly, a little taken back by that. I remember I showed my girlfriend. She's like, "Wow, did change a lot." So, but yeah, so it was, yeah, pretty. But I didn't lose a ton of weight. I did trim down a little bit. I probably entered the program. I don't remember one like 195, one mid 190s, and right now I'm sitting around 180 or so. So not a, huge drop, but it doesn't, it feels like it was some tweaks, and then you get, a pretty awesome result.
Yeah, I mean, you already looked very good when you came in, and now it's not top one, but I would say like top 0.1%. Because if you're over 40 and that shredded with abs and veins, then you don't see that very often, especially in America. So
Yeah. Yeah. It's been good. And then, just on, I play soccer, and, I don't know. I think, we'll see, because I'm kind of building up to kind of, do some time trials and stuff like that. But I definitely, run around like, I don't know, a lot of energy. I think I had a lot of energy before, but I think just kind of optimizing, some of the testosterone stuff, and some of my blood work is definitely elevated, things. I mean, played 3, 4 soccer games in a row, and it's, not, I mean, yeah, it gets, tiring because of the way I play, but it's all manageable. And then, before that, the day before that, I'm working out and running and all that too. So, yeah, it's definitely put you in a good mode. So,
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much for jumping on and sharing your experience with anyone listening, and maybe you're a little bit skeptical and maybe want to learn a little bit more from guys exactly like you who were good and took it to great and elite. So thank you for sharing your story.
yeah, yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, anytime. And I guess I would just encourage anybody. I mean, just if you're wanting to be good, at anything, and kind of take it to the next level, you can go on YouTube and try and figure it out yourself, or you can just learn from people who've been there, done that, hundreds of times. So,
Absolutely. Good. Well, once again, thank you. And it's been a pleasure to watch your success unfold.
all right. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, excited.